fifth graders, I'm Mrs. Carfield.
And I'm Mrs. Jones.
And I'm Mrs. Weeks.
We're here to make sure that your first few days of fifth grade
go as smoothly as possible.
Welcome to Auburn Middle School.
First, let's talk about arriving to school in the morning.
If you ride a bus, you will be left off on the north side of the building. This is across the street from the bowling alley. If your parents bring you to school, they will drop you off at the southeast entrance.
As you enter the building, you'll see Mrs. Knight, the middle school secretary. This is the person your parents need to call if you're going to be absent from school. You can also ask Mrs. Knight for your locker combination if you forget it.
Next, you'll head to your locker, where you'll grab the materials you need for your first class. Most students worry about getting their lockers open. We'll give you a quick demonstration on how to open your locker.
Spin the dial 2 to 3 times to the right to clear it. Then stop on your first number. Now turn to the left, passing your first number and stopping on the second number. Finally, turn back to the right, stopping on your third number. Now open your locker. Remember, it's always right, left, right.
Now that you have your locker open, be sure to grab these materials: your planner, your textbook for class, a notebook, any writing supplies you might need. Be sure to leave your cell phone in your locker.
Proceed to the middle school commons area, where you can hang out with your friends until the supervisor dismisses you.
When the supervisor dismisses you, walk to your first hour class, which is down the middle school hallway. All of your core classes will be held in this hall. You will have Mrs. Carfield for math, myself for science, and Mrs. Weeks for social studies. All 3 of us teach language arts as well.
Each class lasts for 47 minutes. At the end of the period, the bell will ring, and you will have 3 minutes to go to your locker and then head to your next class. Most teachers are fairly lenient the first week of school, and they won't count you tardy if you're late.
Later in the morning, all middle schoolers will have a class called Student Family, which is similar to a homeroom. This time is used for checking your grades, having PBIS lessons, catching up on homework, and occasionally playing games on Fridays.
It's important that you complete all work assigned to you. This will set you up for success in middle school. If you forget to do an assignment, your name will be placed on the ICU list, and you will get to spend time with a tutor during your lunch break until your work is made up. Mr. Hughes, our principal, does a great job of making sure that everyone's assignments are completed.
Before you know it, it will be time for lunch. Be sure to have your student ID with you, because that's how you pay for your lunch. Wait politely in line without cutting in front of anyone else, and then choose only the foods that you will eat.
Pay for your lunch using your student ID, and then take your tray to the middle school commons area where you will eat. You will have 27 minutes to eat your lunch. Remember, no cell phones are allowed during lunch. The nice thing about being in middle school is that you get to participate in a few more classes than you did in elementary.
PE will be held in the gym, which is to the right of the media center. There is a separate locker room for the boys and girls where you will change into clothes for PE. You will have your own locker for storing your clothes. Don't worry, you won't have to take a shower after class.
You will have guidance class with Mrs. Yearley, our middle school counselor. Her classroom is in the hallway that runs in front of the media center.
Your other exploratory classes will include keyboarding, choir, and band.
Let's listen to what this year's 6th graders have to say about the transition to middle school. Here are their words of wisdom.
It's not as scary as you think it will be. Don't be a follower, rely on yourself.
Getting to class in 3 minutes isn't as hard as you think.
Stay caught up on your homework.
Keep your locker organized.
One other thing, now that you're a Bulldog, you'll get to experience being part of the Bulldog Way. This program encourages students to develop healthy lifestyles and to perform at their best, whether it's academics, sports, or the arts.
We're a family here at school, and that holds each other to be the best version of ourselves.
So there you have it, a look at your day as a student at Auburn Middle School. There's a lot to look forward to.
Have a great year.